My plan is to never fly coach again in my life. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. That's right. If I have my way, I will never, ever fly coach again on an airplane in my life. Now, here's what's going on. Many years ago, when we started to do online advertising, we would collect the money from our clients. It would go into a special bank account just for client spend, client ad spend in particular. And then we had a debit card, and the debit card would be used to pay Facebook and Google and wherever else we advertise. So the money would come in by check. It would sit in our bank until it was needed, and the debit card would automatically, whenever we got charged, it would pay that bill. Boom, boom, boom. Well, maybe about 2 years ago or so, I had a conversation with a local American Express rep who asked me like how I was paying bills, and I told her with debit cards, and she's like, "Well, you pay for advertising, right, Erik?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Why don't you put those on the American Express card and get points?" And I'm like, first of all, there's a fee. There's an annual fee for that. You have to pay for the credit card. And then also I was just worried about getting a big bill. And at the time we were spending like, I don't know, like 40 or $50,000 a month, maybe even less than that a month on on advertising and Facebook and Google and whatnot. So I just got worried about writing a big check once a month, and I didn't want to bounce that check or whatever. I just worried. I just worried that it's a lot of money. It's not really ours. It's just kind of in and out. It goes through our books like that. And she said, "Well, you can log in through the app and the website, and you can pay every day if you want, Erik, or once a week." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. That makes sense." So then it was just a matter of paying the annual fee, and in exchange, I would get the points. And I thought, you know what, I'll try this for a year. If I don't like it, I'll just go back to the debit card. Well, after a year, we had several 100,000 frequent flyer miles or American Express points that we could use to buy plane tickets. We've also since then gone on a couple of different trips. So Kevin and I have had several business trips. Kevin's used it for other reasons, and so have I. You can use these points to buy stuff. You can use these points for hotels and condos. So when you go away, you can pay for your lodging as well. And I recently realized we had about 1.2 million points in our American Express account. And this is at the tail end of COVID. And we haven't flown anywhere. We've flown maybe two or three trips in the last year and a half. So it's very little activity. But what I also realized is that on the American, so first of all, I was like, hey, this is great. We got 1.2 million miles. I want more. But then I realized that on the American Express, you could only get 3 times points, meaning if I buy something for $1, I'll get 3 points. I can only get 3x points for the first $100,000 per year of spend. And we were hitting that in like 2 months. Actually, about even less than that. And so I thought, well, what if I got a second American Express card? And when I did, I realized that they had changed to a new kind of card where you get 4x points for the first $150,000 spent. So now we're on that card, and the first $150,000 we'll get 4 times points. So that's 600,000 points that we'll get on that one card after spending $150,000, which will take us at this point about 2 to 3 months. So then after that, we drop down to 1x point. Well, I don't want 1x, I want 4x. So what did I do? I got another card and another. And I'm going to continue to do this until we can revolve our cards, and every $150,000 that we spend with advertising, we swap out the card that we're using for the next new card and then the next new card. So yes, I am paying fees for the American Express card, but I'm getting a tremendous number of points every single month. We are currently up to 1.6 million. I want that to be 10 million. My goal is to get that up to 10 million as soon as possible. And also, because of that realization, I've also concluded that I don't ever want to fly coach again. And so that is my stated goal. I've talked to Kevin and Katya about that. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for it. We are always going to fly first class without paying for it because of the American Express card. So, American Express, thank you very much. Yeah, this is a clear endorsement of the points that you give to people. If you're not currently doing something like this, getting points for your business expenditures, you should check into it. This is a very, very nice perk. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey: How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you can apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.